Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. 2nd down and 3. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone. Charles over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and...
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they set up for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, That allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one swung out to Williams. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, Tony, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Carmichael. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on 1st down. Carmichael stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. On play action, they'll throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On first down, Carmichael. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Miners have got it back to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now back to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying, we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here we go with Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Monarchs off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And we're pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Miners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
2nd and 9 now. Right side caught by Jackson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Miners have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they certainly had their share of trouble running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 2nd and 4. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Miners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Rams 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
So they'll walk him back half the distance. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it.
Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down on the scoreboard. 1:52 to play. Now the fourth down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way. But bottom line, they're still alive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass. Incomplete. Intended for his wideout. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Complete to number.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.